I hit the button. The button's pressed. Let's see. Now it's going to go 7 seconds, then it'll kick back, and then it'll be at 3 seconds. And there's the kickback, and we are live. Move over, kids. Hey, guys, how are you? Say, that shirt, Super Noah's Ark. What are you, like, where'd you get that?
Retro Mania, some game shop. They did a print run of Wisdom Tree games.
That
shirts. And so I got them all because I was in seminary at the time.
It's kind of crazy. There are a lot of, well, not a lot, but I know there are enough biblical video games on the early Nintendo Game Boy and Super Nintendo. It's just kind of weird.
The NES ones I actually really want because I always loved the cartridges that have those awkward and different colors, and they were all different colors.
Yeah.
The Game Boy also had a Bible that you could get too that had some little mini games.
Did you know that one of the, it's Sunday, so we might as well talk, we're talking church right now.
Sunday fun day.
Praise.
The fun fact, if you guys didn't know, Bandana is actually a pastor. But that aside, what was I going to say? One of the rarest games ever right now in existence is Red Sea Crossing for the Atari.
For the Atari.
There was an advertisement, and you could the only way to get this game was through an advertisement, and someone just wanted to make a Bible game, a biblical game for Atari. It was like probably 82, 83, 84, something like that, and you could only do it if you mailed away to this advertisement. I don't even know where the advertisement is, and somebody just happened to find a game, Red Sea Crossing, in their collection, and they're like, what is this? And they tried to find out. Everybody thought it was fake, just a reproduction, until somebody happened across an old advertisement, and so everybody pieced it together. They figured out that it was only available through that advertisement because someone just had a stack of magazines, and then it went up for auction, sold for like $10,000. Probably would sell for more nowadays, and they were like, this is the rarest Atari game. There's only one in existence, and so I think it was a video game collector or shop was like, that's interesting. I have a box of Atari games. He went into his box and he had a copy. And so literally there are only 2 in existence.
Wow.
The 2 tablets. Those actually were gifted by Moses.
Right.
It's a mistranslation in the Hebrew Bible that actually was 2 Atari cartridges Moses came down the mountain from.
And I believe there are reproductions out there. I do think they dropped the ROM, if I'm using the terms correctly. They dropped it so you can actually buy it and play it. Not that it's an Atari game, so probably not that good. But are there good Atari games? Are there Atari games that hold up?
There's some decent ones.
Pitfall is still great.
Yeah, Pitfall.
Yeah.
Oh, God, I love that game.
The PacMan was not very good.
The Miss PacMan at least added being able to turn the character around. That was quite a graphical achievement.
Yeah, the dots weren't even dots in the original. It was just like little flat
rectangles.
Yeah.
I saw a meme. I don't know if it was a meme, but it was a drawing, and it was basically the story of tried to explain what Pac-Man was, and it was like an astronaut almost, or a guy in yellow, and he was going like this, and then you had a bunch of you know what? I can't. Never mind. I'm not even going to explain it. It'll just get crossed up.
Like xenomorphs or something chasing them?
No. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to the podcast. I failed you, audience, because I'm not even going to try this.
We should just come up with our own headcanon for Pac-Man.
I'm going to try to. You guys talk. I'm going to find the picture, because I know I can find it, and then I'm going to put a link in the chat.
So I think Pac-Man is a level of hell for someone.
It's kind of what this is. You guys got to see this. You guys got to see it.
They were decapitated. Turn yellow, and they have to just constantly eat. That is their punishment, but they're always chased by these ghosts. that are the haunting of like victims that they left behind in the real world.
What was that NES game that had you played as like a decapitated head and it was a shmup?
Super Mario Brothers?
No. No, there was I can't remember the name of it at the moment. But it was that, for some reason that it reminded me of that one.
Captain Tated.
No, somebody in the chat will probably know.
John, go on with the notes that you set up. What's the first thing that you had there?
So we are at the 1-year anniversary of Animal Crossing New Horizon. That was the new one, right?
Yes.
Zombie Nation was one I was thinking of.
Yeah,
sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, a game that really sold consoles. No one expected it to sell consoles, and really was the game of the early stages of the quarantine. Y'all loved it, right?
I did at the beginning, and you're right. It was in the early stages of the quarantine. I played it a lot, and I got fatigued really quick though out of it for some reason. But I did enjoy it a lot.
I'm still playing it from time to time. I didn't even go on today for the 1-year anniversary, but I was playing it the other day.
You didn't want to celebrate the anniversary, like you didn't get Animal Crossing a card, some flowers. It's a hard relationship being with William. Like it's love him or leave him. Like this is how he is.
Not for a game.
For a game. Love is a game, man.
And Hardcore Retro Gamer
deep here.
20th anniversary of the Game Boy Advance. It's also, I think, the 20th anniversary of the Mega Man Battle Network series.
Well, let's pull back and talk more about this anniversary of Animal Crossing. Your bandana. What are your thoughts?
Well, it wasn't a game that gelled with me. I got about 2 weeks into it, and I was like, oh, I'm doing chores. I should be doing those in reality. So I had it and then quickly sold it. I think I picked up Trials of Mana with how much I sold it for. But I was just like, why did that game catch on the way it did? Is still beyond me. Thoughts? Devin, you're the one who said I had to follow the notes, so you should answer that question.
Why did it catch on?
Yeah.
Well, I think most of it's probably nostalgia because of the original games. Everyone loved them. And you know what I mean?
Hey, Daily Me Overdose. Okay, so just to go back to the PacMan thing, I put a link in the thing, and it's like a picture of what I was talking about.
All right.
About what PacMan is really about. I was like, whoa. Anyways.
Creepy. Go on.
But the pills, he's eating antidepressant
or
anxiety pills or something like that.
Yeah.
Anyways,
that sounds like a terrible idea. I mean, that's how playing Animal Crossing started to make me feel. Like I needed something for my anxiety because I'd be like, oh, I didn't check in today. Yeah. So, David, what was your experience with Animal Crossing, Mr. Silent Type?
I loved it. I also kind of just stopped playing.
Me too.
I probably gave it like a good month. I don't think I officially built my first neighbor house or anything.
I did more than that.
Because I'm the type of person I am when it comes to these games is like, that's probably why it takes me such a long time to play video games, because let's go back to the Pac-Man thing. If you see me play Pac-Man, it's like the most OCD thing ever, because I want to get like, for some reason, I want to leave the
pills. That's the purpose of the game, David.
All the power pellets I want to leave towards the end for some reason, or I'll clear out quarters of the map at a time. I don't know, maybe because I don't want to leave anything under the rug that gets swept under the rug in games. So Breath of the Wild, I've put in 150 hours. Half of that, 75 hours, is what I put in. I would even say 3/4 of that I put in before I even made progress towards Ganon. Like side quests, like it's not only were they enticing, but they're easy to take care of. And once you finish one, you kind of want to do another one and another one. It's kind of addicting. That's why Breath of the Wild. I don't know how they achieved the side quest thing so well. Anyway, that was a little tangent. So
yeah,
yes,
you're missing Pac-Man. Which, by the way, yeah, Pac-Man on this little keeps disappearing. My little Neo Geo Pocket Color. Pac-Man on this is amazing.
Nice. But for Animal Crossing, that's kind of how I approached it too. Like I would just go in and pull weeds, and then I would chop certain trees down, and I'm like, but it looks better here, and I did all this before I even cared about my neighbors that came into my village or island or whatever.
I think that says like a lot about David wanting to like live on an island by himself.
Yeah, but that's I just kind of one of my cousins, she's put in I think over 1,000 hours into the game, and she's got everything to the nines, which is really impressive. So that's really cool. But I loved Animal Crossing on the GameCube. That was literally probably my first party Nintendo game on the GameCube when I was a kid. But
yeah. Maybe it's just the nostalgia thing, whatever, or rose-colored glasses. And I was probably 20. I was probably 25 or 26 when I first played, or probably 24 when I first played Animal Crossing on the GameCube. But I just I don't know. I was kind of a resurgence of my love of video games because I had bowed out, right when Majora's Mask was hitting. So probably around 99, 2000, I bowed out of video games for like 2 or 3 years. And then I came back, and Animal Crossing was one of the first games that I did play, and it was just such a weird game. I had no knowledge walking in what it was going to be. My just roommate, Wolf, got it and was just playing it one day. I'm like, what is this? And I was like, this is dumb. And I just started playing it and got really addicted to it. And yeah, it was like that it didn't like grab me like it did this time around. And I haven't played any Animal Crossings really since then. I never played New Leaf. I played a little bit of City Folk, but for some reason, it's the Switch version. Like I got really into it, and then I was and everybody was like so into Animal Crossing that I kind of was just like, well, I wasn't really lying, but maybe lying by omission. I would act like I was still playing, or like the conversations I had made it seem like I was still playing, but I really wasn't because it was just so popular and I had bowed out so quick, like maybe a month in or something. But I put a lot in that month, but I don't know. I just got fatigued really quick from that game.
Can I make a really dumb analogy for Animal Crossing compared to other games?
Please.
Okay, so you go into okay, so every first party or AAA game, the way I describe it is like a haunted house. Lights are off, something's chasing you, you find exits here and there, and you're just trying to scramble and put things together in your mind. So for example, like Monster Hunter on the PS4, that's actually, I think the what do you call it, the to learn, what am I thinking, it's a steep. Why is it not coming to my mind right now?
Curve?
The learning curve. There you go. Thanks, man.
Good looking out there.
Thanks. Brain fog.
You my dog boy.
Okay, so Monster Hunter. The learning curve is pretty steep, actually, in my opinion, because when you go to the shop to like craft your weapons, there's like this menu that is so blurry and it's just crazy, right? That's like how I view a lot of these games, is because it's like there's so much happening and you're trying to learn, you're trying to create muscle memory pretty much with playing games, right? Animal Crossing is like the teacup ride at Disneyland or something, right? You just kind of chill. You essentially, you're forced to make your mind very chill because you're used to all these games. And that's what I love about Animal Crossing. I know it's very cliche to say, but it's a game that is very therapeutic. I don't think there's any stress that I've came across Animal Crossing, and I didn't feel overwhelmed by any means. So that's kind of my analogy that I'm making. It's probably really terrible, but and I think
I do want to point out, like, you used a terrible ride as the theme park guy. Like, I mean, the whole point of the teacups is just a spin, man. Come on.
What am I thinking of then? What
It's
kind
a
of
small
ride?
world. It's a small world. That's like just get in the boat, ride the boat.
Yeah, yeah. That's. See, I'm not a theme park guy, so that's probably why.
Yeah, no
So-
one's perfect.
It, it's like it's.
Dumb.
So I started playing
Dumb.
Hades Friday night, and that's also a game that is very user friendly, in my opinion. You literally start off the game trying to make a run, a valiant effort to get your first run.
Is
right?
Hades the? I mean, is the just you're in hell, or is Hades an actual person or personification? Like
So Hades is
like
is
the
your
Greek god
pops.
or something?
You play Vagrius, which is Hades' son, and Hades is just like it almost. This
Is he a bad
sounds
dad?
really, huh?
Is Hades a bad dad?
I mean, he's kind of an asshole.
But is he a bad dad? He could be a good to his kid.
No.
I mean, like Goku's a good guy, but he's not a great dad.
he's putting his
Worf from
his
Star
kid through
Trek is a
hell.
bad dad.
I mean, he's literally putting his kid through hell.
Yeah, but if that's where they live.
Okay, so anyway,
Thought we were about to like go deep into some father relationship.
I wasn't going to
About, like,
entertain.
making life hell on your kids. Like,
It's Dracula and Alucard.
we're gonna get some feelings, guys.
Ken's logic is hell for me right now. So okay, so Hades is like the manager of this hotel. This is also terrible.
Ooh, that is a game I would play.
Okay, so you should pick it up. It's $30.
Is Dwight
No,
co-manager with him?
when Satan is a manager of a hotel, that's the game I want to play.
Co-managed with Dwight.
So right, I lost my train of thought. Awesome.
Animal Crossing.
Okay, so
Animal
Hades,
Crossing to hell.
you're trying to make a run through the circles of hell essentially, and it's very addicting. I'm starting to see why people are seeing this as like a very addictive game of the year. It's because there's rarely speed bumps in the initial introduction of this game. There's no speed bumps really. You literally, if you power on this game and you give it a good 30 minutes, you're hooked. You are essentially hooked. So my fourth grade teacher, she described books this way, right? There's always a hook, right? The books are kind of daunting because you open them up and you're like, oh, you're trying to kind of grasp, whatever the characters of the story. But once you're hooked, man. And this is what Hades does really well. You power it on and you can essentially give it 4 or 5 good runs. I'm calling it runs, where you're trying to get out of hell in like the span of 15, 20 minutes. And I'm already hooked.
It takes you only 15 minutes. You can beat the game then?
No. Well, I don't know. Speedrunners, I mean, they do
Well,
crazy
I mean,
stuff all
you
the
just
time.
said you got to get out of hell in 15 minutes.
No. If you give it 15 minutes, you can get it. You can get a good amount of runs to escape hell, essentially. And it's kind of like Dark Souls, essentially, where it's like you die, but it takes you straight back to the beginning, and you have to kind of like, get yourself back up there to where you're power enough to give it another run, right?
So
it's a fun game.
roguelike game.
I'm sorry?
It's a roguelike game.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know
Yeah.
that.
I
thought
could
it
have
was-
probably just said that, and then you guys.
I already knew it was a roguelike.
Yeah, and I've never played one before. Maybe I have. I'm not really
Never
good.
played
Some
Dead
of
Cells?
them are a little different than other ones.
Never played Dead Cells. Yeah,
Dead Cells is fantastic. I
I
like
know,
that.
Dev. You were telling me about that like 2 years ago, and I should have jumped on that. But
There's a lot of
If only
I
there
guess
was
this
a
is my
way.
first one. It's really good, guys. You guys should play it. It's the guys that did Bastion and Transistor. And what? Sorry,
Fire.
Pyre. Oh,
Yeah.
Now, this game was nominated last year, right, for the game of the year?
Yes.
yeah. It was the indie rep, I think. Are they considered indie?
I
Yeah.
think so.
They're still indie because they don't have an outside publisher.
So they publish their own games.
Mhm.
Whoa.
I'm not sure about the physical. They might have licensed out someone to do the physical, but they at this point have been publishing their own stuff.
What's up with it being so hard to find this one right now? Probably because it's got a low production run.
It's coming back in stock. I've already looked at other places like
Mhm.
There's a lot of places you can still open.
I
It's
guess
just
really situational.
it's just a lot of hot.
In my area, like they sold out and they've been gone for days.
And then
Yeah, mine-
somebody posted it on Facebook. It's like, this is rare. Everyone's like, what, rare? Okay, I'll buy it.
Yeah.
And then it's
Yeah.
a self-fulfilling prophecy.
It's a couple
And
things.
I can't find Bravely Default 2 in any Walmarts anywhere.
Weird.
Well, it's a combination of things. Hades has been digital for whatever amount of time, and then they just announced that it was going to get a
I'll
physical
be right back.
a release on the Switch, and it has an art book in it and a download code for the soundtrack. By the way, the soundtrack's really cool. There's this really neat feature where it's got this kind of like heavy metal sound to it, and when you the music keeps playing the entire game, but when you hit pause, you kind of get this like muffled version of the song, if that makes sense. So like Devin, pretend you're at a metal show, right? And it's loud as hell. And then you're like, man, I really need to go to the restroom. So you go to the restroom and you can still hear the sound. It's loud, but it's like muffled, right?
Yeah.
That's how it sounds like when you hit pause, and it's really cool. It's a really cool touch.
Interesting.
So,
Yeah, I got my copy. I was gonna open it up, but I've been like obsessed with Call of Duty lately.
Yeah, I think mine will arrive on Tuesday.
So, real quick, talking about hard to find and going back to Animal Crossing just for a sec. It's, William and Devin, y'all both talked about this weird thing that's coming out Friday. Animal Crossing Amiibo.
Dude, okay.
The Hello Kitty cards.
Yeah, the Hello Kitty cards were released in, I think, only in Japan and
So
Europe.
what are they? First of all, like
They were for the I'm pretty sure it was for the Animal Crossing on the 3DS, where they had the Welcome Home edition when they updated it to use Amiibo. Now, when they did that, they used these like RV things. I don't know. I didn't really play the what's it called game? I forget. Happy Home Designer.
Mhm.
So I think it was something within that, and you can get different like furniture and stuff like that. Now they're finally re-releasing these cards in America, which I need them because of my my full collection. And you can have the characters that have Hello Kitty related stuff come to the island, and you can get the furnitures as well.
Cool,
And
cool.
it's just 6 different cards. One pack gets you the entire collection.
How you
that's
get
cool.
them? Like, what are they like? Are
So
they just
they're gonna
released in a pack.
They're gonna drop at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Target. You have to do pick up
Yeah, it's an
from
online only thing.
So it's
Which-
literally like you're gonna buy a pack of cards and you're set. You're complete.
So there's
Yeah.
no series, is what you're saying, right? Like series
Well,
1 or series 2.
Series, but it's just the 6 cards.
Are you a Hello Kitty fan, Devin?
Well, I like things from Hello Kitty, yes.
Yeah, Sanrio stuff is really big everywhere. But I know
I
Dove's
like Gudetama and Kurobi.
Gudetama, Karopi, Agretsku.
What
right?
do you like about Hello
And
Kitty?
Agretsuko.
Like, why do you like Hello Kitty?
Me or Dev?
Okay, both of you.
Well,
Dev-
I don't really like Hello Kitty as a character. I'm just saying I enjoy the fact that all these other things have come from the same, like, umbrella, basically, because Agretsuko is one of my favorite ones.
What is that?
It's a little cutesy red panda that works in an office building, and she has a hidden side of her where she's like a metal singer.
Okay. Do you like?
It's
Is
a
that
show on Netflix. You should check it out.
is a show on Netflix? So you like that show?
Yes. Very
Okay.
much.
So it's just an enjoyable show to you.
Yeah.
Okay. Why do you like Hello Kitty, David?
It's I like the marketing aspect of Sanrio characters.
Uh-huh.
There's
I mean, do
just
you like the marketing of Coca-Cola?
yeah.
So you like
Yeah.
so Coca-Cola and Hello Kitty are equals to you?
That's just random. Where's this Coca-Cola thing?
You said marketing. I mean, Coca-Cola has really good marketing.
Marketing, yeah. So Coca-Cola is man. What kind of tangents are we on?
I just want to know why you like
Today.
Hello Kitty, and you said marketing. I didn't expect you to say marketing is why I like Hello Kitty.
Well,
Like,
because
I like it because someone came up with an idea to sell it.
that's just how my
if we boil all our fandoms down,
Yeah, pretty much, I guess.
There's a Hello Kitty episode of the toys that made us that's on Netflix.
Yes. And
So,
I watched the
but
Hello
is that
Kitty
the reason
one.
why you like it? Because of Netflix, then? Like,
No.
why do you like Hello Kitty?
not specifically Hello Kitty. Hello Kitty now I like it because it's like this global brand. Essentially, everyone in the world.
So you
pretty
like
much
it as a
loves
mascot,
Mickey.
really, like you would like Mickey Mouse, but
I
you don't
like the
really
design.
like Mickey Mouse. You just like the mascot.
Um, I think I just when it comes down to it is I like the design of the characters. They're very compact, and Sanrio has created a very identifiable character and characters under the Sanrio brand.
What is the
So
Sanrio brand?
it's a Japanese company that has created like Hello Kitty.
Okay,
And
so it's like Nintendo has Mario, Sanrio has Hello Kitty.
Mhm.
yeah,
Okay.
And
And-
here's a Hello Kitty Sonic.
that's so cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, back to Coca-Cola. So
You're bringing it back
So-
to Coca-Cola. I was done with Coca-Cola.
here's a little soundbite from my life. I started working at Home Depot in 2012, right? And they hired me for the holiday season. And I was working my butt off, man, selling these Christmas trees, chopping them up, whatever, have sap all over my body kind of thing. And in the midst of my crazy shift, I was really thirsty, but I didn't realize it. This lady came up. She was Italian because she told me. And
She could have been lying though.
she said, "Here's $2. Go buy yourself a Coke, a Coca." She didn't speak good English, by the way. And I think that Coca-Cola's marketing is so powerful, especially back when it was, popular, right? When it was like getting its start in other parts of the world outside of the US, that this Italian lady felt the need that if she gave me $2, that was the one thing that I needed to make my day. And I don't know, that moment has just stuck with me so much because it's like maybe it's a little bit of a snapshot into her life when she was a little girl and she would save up a couple quarters or whatever currency they have over there to buy herself a Coke, right? To make her day better. So it was just kind of like this really endearing moment and an insight to how powerful marketing is, right?
You want to know something? I don't want to be that guy that just like one ups you or something, but I have a Coca-Cola story actually.
Go for it, man.
It's my only memory in Germany. Okay, so I was born in Germany, West Germany, because there was the Berlin Wall and everything at the time. And my family was super poor, like super poor. We had a picture of a Christmas tree because we couldn't afford a Christmas tree. And my only memory of Germany is my second Christmas there. I got a can of Coke for my Christmas present. And that's my Coca-Cola story.
So, growing up so if you guys didn't know, I am of Mexican descent and I have a lot
Really?
of
Get out of
hey,
here.
there's some people, I've gotten things all across the board.
Like
but
what?
For any
That
viewers,
explains all those people last night.
so
Like
There's
no,
a lot.
what do you get mistaken for?
when I was like 15 and I moved to this middle school. I was really tan because summer, right? Short hair, kind of like a buzz cut, and people thought I was Filipino.
I can see that.
Filipinos are essentially like they've always told me, "Hey, man, we're the Asian Mexicans, right?" Because they have Spain conquered them back in the day, and you'll have a lot of Filipinos with Martinez or Escobar or whatever, right? And Spanish is a language spoken in the Philippines. So that's one of the things I've gotten. People, also think I'm full Native American. I only have a little bit in my family. But so there are some things, right?
Okay, just wondering.
So what was the question? What are we talking about now?
We were talking about Coke for a second.
We
Okay,
veered off.
Yeah,
All
we
right,
veered
John,
off
tell us
way
something
too
on your
far.
list.
Okay.
So let's turn our attention to a fan requested topic. This one's actually not on the list, but Devin pointed this out and brought this to us last night. I believe it's Steve Saints
So, yeah,
who wanted us. What are our feelings on game grading?
I knew that. He's been asking me that for a while. I keep forgetting to bring it up. So thank you for bringing it up.
So I'll go first. I think it's dumb. I think grading is kind of a dumb process because you're paying people to make something more valuable. It's also the authority to me is really weird. Like this company decides they are the authority to say what is great condition, and then puts an arbitrary number, and then people feel like it jumps the price. But like generally, like paying to grade something's like $100 or something. Or
I think it
so.
depends on the game, like how rare it is.
Yeah.
So if it was
Yeah,
like,
because I'm wondering how much it'll cost to get my Shepherd's Crossing 2 graded.
yeah, a new
But
game
I just-
wouldn't cost a lot, but a game that's worth
Yeah.
$300 or Earthbound would cost a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and they
it
just,
scales due to the rarity of the game. Like if you came in to them with like a sealed copy of Earthbound, it would be way different if you walked in with like this.
yeah.
So
I wish I could walk in with that though. I really do. Sorry, but the whole process seems like one of those really weird things. Like it's like diamonds. Like diamonds have no value except what we assign to them. So to have this graded to seal it up where it can't be used for its primary function, which always seems weird to me in some cases, and then say, hey, because this random company who decided they were experts said it was a 9.8, it's now worth 20 times the cost, and you can never open it. Ever.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Dave.
I have some counterpoints to that, but I want everybody else to.
I just wanted to agree with JB, and I also wanted to say that you say the word cases in a unique way, not a weird way, just a unique way, and I think that's your Southern accent.
Oh,
or
you said my
Southern
Southern ass is gonna get kicked? Oh, bring it on, David. No.
So I don't know if it's like short A's. Is that something that you notice that you pronounce differently?
I don't know, y'all. You know, I just talks the way I talk. Okay. Sometimes it comes out.
Because cases, that's how I say it, but I heard casses or something like that.
Cases.
Okay, so now you're saying it the way I say it, but earlier you said it differently.
Okay.
Anyway, I'm not putting you.
Could have possibly just been me like tripping on my tongue because that happens. But I can talk real Southern. I could have you down for some barbecue up in the high part of summer. Now, most of me, I'm getting the vapors. I'm going to relinquish my position.
That's so cool, man.
Go drink your cup of sugar with a drop of water in it.
All right,
Boston,
back to the
Boston.
Pesty is listening while driving. Who is Steve Saint? So how about we talk about his topic? Who wants to? Who else? Okay, so John or Bandana is. It's dumb. We're paying people to grade something. Devin, you've paid people to grade comic books, so you must be pro it. So what's your opinion?
Well, honestly, hold on. I'm just.
He's
grabbing.
like, screw this. I'm leaving. Bye, guys.
Like, I'm being judged right now.
Like this. Comics, I can agree with. I'll get comics graded. I've wanted to get some video games graded at one point and some Pokemon cards too. But to me, it's not because like I want to make it worth more per se. It's because I want to. Because like if I had like a sealed copy of what is it? Lost Vikings for the Super Nintendo. I would want that to stay in pristine condition in one of those cases, not because of the grade, but in one of those cases because it's a game that meant a lot to me.
But they sell the
So
cases.
What?
Yeah, why don't you
They
get
sell
just
cases.
a dust cover?
I
There's
know,
cases
but
you can
dude,
buy.
those cases that they put those things in can like survive a freaking truck running it over. I mean,
They also have UV protection in
That
those
too.
cases as
But
well.
you can still find that style of case
I
without the
don't think
grading.
so, but now I'm going to research it because I want to prove you wrong somehow.
That's not possible.
No, in any case, I mean, I do agree with John. I think it is kind of silly to just like some people will like, okay, I foresee this being very expensive in 2 years, so I'm going to get it graded now, and then it's worth 25 cents. And then I find that kind of stupid. But for me, it's just to protect a sentimental part of my collection. That's the only reason why I would agree with it.
Okay, so like, I could kind of agree. I'm not. By the way, I'm not for or against it because I really don't know much about grading. But whenever this guy came into my life, a lot of people were like, "You gotta get it graded." Right? Just like bombarding me with all this stuff, and and I didn't know anything about it. Actually, some of my close friends that I've made out of this guy, they still tell me, "Hey, did you get it graded? Did you get it graded?" And I don't think. I mean, this guy, there's nothing behind it, so sometimes he just kind of plops on its back. So maybe I'll put it in a sleeve or some type of case to just like protect it more. But graded,
there's also instances where if you get it graded and it gets a low grade, it can actually be worth less than if it wasn't even graded.
So it's like you're essentially like, I don't know, devaluing it a little bit
in a way, like because the people will look at that grade to determine how much it's actually worth.
Right.
Here's a little side point to what John said, because we're looking at, like, for instance, the comics. CGC says this is like a 9-point pristine whatever. Another company would say this was like a 7.2. So like, you can get this, like, oh, I don't like this, literally crack it open and send it to another company and get a different grade on it. So I understand also that's what John's saying as well.
Yeah, there's like no real industry standard for what this grade means. Like,
it's just subjective, right?
Yeah. It's like if I were to assign grades to y'all right now, like I constantly do in my head.
Well, I mean, but that's life. And that's everything. That's our economy. I mean, money isn't really worth anything. It's just an idea that we've bought into.
If we assign a number or some type of grading to Ken and he was a diamond, well, one, we have to give him like 10 for luster because of that shiny dome that's over there. Right?
Well, I mean, if we're grading things, I really want to give Devin like an 8.5 for his Danny from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cosplay.
What?
Here, I gotta say something because nobody's like saying it. I think. I mean, what's the difference between getting a game graded and just having a sealed game?
It's a lot of it's that grade. If it's the higher the grade, the
no.
more
I mean,
it's gonna be
I'm
worth.
just saying the concept. I don't care if they're both 10 out of 10. What's the difference between owning a sealed game and getting it graded? Yeah, you have to pay extra to have it graded, but I mean, the concept's there. I mean, if you're not gonna play the game, why not get it graded and make it worth as much as possible? Because that's all you're doing with a sealed game, anyways. You're just trying to keep it for its value. And if it's a sentimental thing, like, then why not try to like protect it as much as possible? That's how I feel. Like, I really don't
have said anything about it.
Yeah, I really don't care. Like, I'm not gonna get my stuff graded only because I'm too cheap to do it. But like, I just don't see it as dumb as that people do it, because it's like just owning a game and keeping it sealed in itself is dumb. I mean, at least with a comic book, you read it and then you kind of keep it, but like a video game is like, I wouldn't have a sealed video game. I want to spend $60 for this media and then never touch it. Or even worse, you just like a sealed Wii U collection. Like, you're just kind of like, yeah, I know you guys like Hello Kitty and stuff, you and David, but it's like, why own Hello Kitty cruisers? Are you that big of a fan that you got to get everything Hello Kitty? Like, why own that cruiser game?
Because it's one of the most amazing games ever made. I mean, it's cruising with Hello Kitty.
But do you get what I'm saying?
Review.
Does what I say make sense?
Yeah,
it does.
So,
it does.
I just, and I have games that are sealed. Like, I have Zelda games that are sealed. Why? Because I want to, and that's just, at the end of the day, how it is. And if I had, but yeah, I wouldn't, like William has that Shepherd's Crossing game that's worth a couple $100. Like, I would get it sealed if I wanted to sell it, but if I wasn't going to sell it, then no, I wouldn't.
It's like $500.
Yeah, but I mean, like,
crap.
To me, it's like there's no point, especially a DS game. Those things are sturdy, and it probably won't get like messed up.
I'm gonna see how much it's going for right
now.
So
like, the only reason to grade it is if I was trying to flip it. But in reality, there's only so many, like, a market for it to a point.
Yeah.
And if you make it worth too much, then you're not going to ever sell it, because like you would have to find somebody who's only looking for a graded copy of that game. Now, a graded copy of a Zelda game, a Mario game, even a Metal Gear game that has a devoted following, that you could probably find. But a Shepherd's Crossing graded game, I don't know. You'd probably be better to sell it as what you got it for $500, because who's going to really want to spend $1,500 for it?
True.
So it all, like, I just see it like to protect it is like the real thing for it. But
Yeah,
I agree with everything you said. It's like it's just some dude who's just like, I'm an authority, and enough people believed him that he got unbelievers to believe him, and now everybody believes him. And I mean, like you said, that's how diamonds worked. I mean, diamonds are very common. It's just a company has like all the mines and just only releases a few of them.
The last 2 copies of Shepherd's Crossing 2 that sold, one of them was February 9th. It sold for $250. It's an open copy. And then the other one was another open copy, no manual. And it sold for $300.
Yeah, but I just brought that up as an example. I wasn't really asking for the price.
Well, but I wanted to check on that. People are trying to sell copies right now for like $500.
Yeah.
So Pesky ended up telling me about like Travis Strikes Again for the Switch. That was like dime store at one point. I thought it was going to be rare. Now it actually is. It's selling for almost $130.
Yeah, there are some Switch games that are selling for like a crazy amount, and it's like, what happened there?
Especially that one. I loved the Travis Strikes Again. I thought it was a fun game, but I never expected it to jump up that much. I'm glad I still have a sealed copy.
No.
But again, like, why have a sealed copy?
Well, those I just want to keep because same reason like you like your Zelda stuff.
Yeah.
I love Travis Touchdown, so I think full set to keep. I have all of the games so far sealed.
So, but to close it up, I do think it's kind of dumb, but at the same time, not as dumb as some of the other stuff we do. Or equally dumb as some of the stuff that is accepted, maybe.
Yeah. No, I think I agree on that. I will say, like, I get very kind of libertarian with game collecting. It's like, it's up to you, man. Like, I personally don't want to do it, but if that's your bag, I ain't gonna fault you for it.
I'm certainly not gonna buy a graded game. But if I had a graded game to sell, I might sell it if I decided to.
Yeah.
I might buy a graded game if it was like a Zelda game. I mean, if I found it'd have to be the right price at the same time, or trade.
I think I would take one I already have or get one in very good condition and get it graded rather than outright buy a graded copy.
Unless you found a good deal on something that you like. I mean, you can't...
if it was a good deal on one,
see, you just said you wouldn't do it. Now you're saying you would.
No, but I'm saying like a lot of people want a lot of money for something graded.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that.
I love like Kid is in hard hitting journalism mode tonight. Like,
yeah, dude, he's so feisty.
He's just like really like why?
Look, I'm gonna be like, hey, I'm feeling burgers tonight. He's gonna be like, why not pizza? Why not? That's my kid impression.
So you get a burger with like pepperoni on it.
I'm sorry, guys. I don't mean to be so like.
It is good.
What about you? Would you eat that?
I love it, dude.
There's a Bonanza up in Maine. I think it's still open. But when we'd go there, my brother would get the salad bar and he'd bring back some pepperonis from it. And when I got my burger, I'd put the pepperonis on the burger.
Yeah, would you eat a burger with pepperoni?
Yeah, I have. I'm a fat kid. I end up going downstairs and like, okay, what can I make that's weird?
So
I made freaking Nutella and peanut butter French toast one day at my old job.
That sounds really good. One of my coworkers swears that bologna, peanut butter, and cheese sandwiches are good.
That sounds like terror.
Yeah.
Anyway, before this diverges into
that's what I want.
For using that opening to sneak food in. Let's all applaud that one. It was left field. So
freaking bologna. It's like what is bologna but simply a hot dog for people that like pancakes.
Okay.
Okay, before we move on, I just want to like, do we all collectively like spam here? Like, I'm spam.
Yes.
I'm pro spam.
I don't mind it. It's
If
pretty
it's
good.
prepared properly, I've never been
like
able to
spam
prepare it
too.
properly, but my mom, she has been able to actually cook spam or fry it up, and I was like, wow, this is spam. This is good.
Well, spam is really big in the Asian community, so that
It's
probably
it's
makes
big
sense.
in Hawaii.
It's big in Hawaii. Yeah, I met a Hawaiian. He specifically was from Maui, and he told me. I asked him, "Hey, what's your signature dish? Like, what is a Mauian dish that I could, that I need to try if I ever go there?" And he said loco moco, which is it's essentially steamed rice with eggs and spam. And I was like, "Man, that
I'd eat
sounds
that,
so
yeah.
good. That sounds so good."
Yes.
Anyway,
And
Done.
spam's one of those things that
I
would
was
come
moving
through at
us
my
off.
work, and the packages would bust open. And the whole package, the white priority box, is just full of cans of spam.
That's okay. Go on.
Moving us on in the notes. Super Nintendo World has opened to the public in Japan.
Oh, it's
How
open?
excited are we? Yeah, it is. It is open. The public preview has ended. It is now. Of course, we can't travel to Japan right now, and we are. 2025 is the current estimate on when the Orlando one will
I saw
open.
pictures. Apparently, they already started building like the backdrops and shit. I am so excited.
Yeah. I mean, they're building a whole new park for the American one.
Yeah,
Or
let's
for
just
the-
plan
one
to
of
go
the
to that
two.
one.
And the Orlando one will have the Donkey Kong roller coaster, which, looking at the ride plans for the Donkey Kong roller coaster, is really cool. Like, I was like, why Donkey Kong is a roller coaster? And then I was playing Donkey Kong Country the other day, and I was like on one of the mind levels. I'm like, oh, that's why. And like the ride mechanic they've developed to simulate like jumping track looks amazing.
cool. Very cool.
But yeah, so how are we feeling about Super Nintendo World? Can we wait till 2025?
Well, it gives us time to save up.
We could do that thing where you build a time machine to get there quicker.
I'm probably gonna go to Japan in the next 5 years,
Nice.
at least one more time. So I will probably experience it.
Scary. He's like, no, guys, look, I got this. I know everything about it already.
So it looks awesome. It looks really cool.
Yeah.
And,
I will gladly go with you to Japan just because the theme parks over there.
I'm going.
Yeah.
Hey man, I'm gonna say it and do it kind of guy. If I'm gonna say I'm gonna go to Japan, I'm gonna go again, and you guys can come with.
I will say, like, it is my goal before my 40th birthday to see Japan again, and definitely do the theme parks. But yeah, so
I think we're all like, I think everybody is probably excited about like Nintendo. I bet
Nintendo.
my parents would be excited about Nintendo World. It's just,
No.
how could you not? Just
yeah.
it's so innocent. I mean, Nintendo has been less into politics than even Disney, and Disney is still a place that people are just like, oh, I just love this place.
Yeah.
It's a happy place.
As someone who's that.
And so I just don't like. My big hang up is if I'm going to go with you guys first or my kids first, because I'd kind of feel bad if I went without my kids first. I'd feel like
So Ken will be saving up for 2 trips.
pretty much, or I'll just do a back to back where I go with them first for a week and I just stay like another week with you guys.
We'll make that one work. I've been following closely. Like, I will say, the Mario Kart ride is something to temper expectations. The land, the merchandise, the food looks all amazing. The Mario Kart ride looks slow, which is kind of a letdown because Mario Kart is not something. It's apparently set on 50cc, but it looks like an interesting experience. It's not really a race. It's a shooter ride where everyone will have a gun and you're shooting red turtle shells at virtual characters. So see how that goes. The Yoshi ride, which is what's that?
I would say that's because, well, that's the Japan one. I mean, they're going to tweak things and make things different in different places.
See, as someone who's like followed theme parks and like knowing like how they did the Fast and Furious ride,
10 years.
Like, no, I'm just saying, like, for how Universal did the Fast and Furious ride, I wouldn't have those hopes necessarily.
Okay, I guess.
So,
How is that ride? I don't know anything
Fast-
about the Fast and Furious ride.
Fast and Furious ride, it's garbage. It is basically they put you on a bus, the bus pulls around into a hallway, and then stuff happens on a screen, and then you come back and get off the bus.
Okay.
It is not fast, but you are certainly furious when it's over.
Cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
So,
You've been waiting to say that one, haven't you?
Yeah, I may have said that a couple of times.
Ever
now
since he
before.
joined the podcast, it was up here. Yeah.
It's like one day I'll get to say this live.
This is the day.
So,
He
and
just signs
moving us
out. We
on-
never talk to him again.
yeah, this is it, guys. Moving on to the final thing I have in the notes, and this one is for DJ Castle. Shimigami Tensei 3
Tensei.
HD remaster is release window has been announced. It's May.
Mm.
We're getting a lot of information. How are you feeling going into this one, David?
Positive. Even though, so the Japanese version's been out. By the way, this game's like 15 years old, right? PS2 release, but they're porting it over.
So
Atlas
it's
is
just
porting
a
it over
little
to-
older than you then?
just a little bit, just a little bit. Look, Ken. Ken looks so like accomplished.
I've been waiting.
That lame joke.
There have been so many chances to bust you on your age tonight that I feel like we've all not jumped on.
So the port for the Switch actually was released in Japan already, but it was met with some mixed reviews. I don't know if it falls because of did the game age well, but I think it's more about like quality of life that they implemented in the game. I think the frame rate, some other things as well. So I think Atlas has actually been listening to the fans, which is, it's kind of new because they're kind of private about a lot of things, but they've patched a lot of these things. So I think we're still going to get the definitive edition here in the West. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm really excited. I haven't played this one. Actually, the only Atlas game I've ever played is Persona 5 Royal. So the cool thing about Shimigami Tensei and Persona games is that they share characters, not protagonists, but summons, or they call them personas, right? So I was watching some footage for Shimigami Tensei Nocturne, and there were some personas that I have used in Persona 5 Royal. So like Jack Frost, of course, that's like Alice's mascot pretty much, and some other personas, which is really, I'm excited for it. And it also drums up hype for Shimigami Tensei 5, which I don't think
we still haven't heard much about.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what happened to that?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure if it's gonna come out this year. I hope so. It looks really cool.
Yeah, it's been kind of put on the back burner.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm having a Mandela effect or something like that, but I'm pretty sure they had something about that when the Switch first came out. Or am I wrong?
No,
Like,
you're
they
right.
said something about it.
You're right. Yeah, there was like a partner. You guys remember when the Switch was essentially announced and there was like that splash page that had all the companies that were going to be working with Nintendo? Atlas was one of them. Atlas was actually one of the bigger ones. So, and everybody was like, "What does this mean? Persona 4 on Switch? Does this mean Persona 5 on Switch?" And we all know how that kind of turned out, right? We haven't had a proper Persona game on the Switch, and I mean, it just makes sense for the Switch to have Persona 4 at least.
Persona 5
Vita
was
had.
pretty fun.
Would the Persona series be a good one to do an MMO of? Like, could that work?
Yeah, I think so.
Like, would you like the Shimigami Tensei or the Persona, or I wonder which one would fit more.
Well, I haven't played a Shimigami Tensei game, but I would think Persona 5 or a Persona game MMO style. It would probably be very similar to like Phantasy Star Online, right?
Yeah, because I'm thinking like each one of the personas has a different style to it. Because like one of them had you going into the TV. There's dream worlds. There's all these different ways of doing it. They could just do their own original from all the other ones too. It could be interesting.
Yeah.
Very true.
David, if you had to pick, and either Zelda and Smash Brothers would disappear, or Mario and Pokemon would disappear, which one would go?
I never like these types of questions.
Don't worry, it's just hypothetical. I don't have this power.
I know.
I would say Mario and Pokemon. Because
Mario and
I would at least have my favorite video game of all time and Smash Brothers.
Devin.
I feel like Ken's about to hold up the Infinity Gauntlet and just snap based on our answers.
Slowly.
It's like, guys, play this cool,
I just,
man. We don't know
Miyamoto
what
and
kids
Sakurai
dealing
just
with
sit down behind me, and they're like, "Okay, fine."
I really wish I had
Canis
the gauntlet right now. No, I would have to say Mario and Pokemon, yeah, because I don't know, Zelda and what else did you say?
Smash.
Yeah, Zelda and Smash have just always been, I don't know, on a higher level, in my opinion.
Okay, William.
Ugh, yikes. Yeah, because even if it was pick one of the four, it's like, ugh. No, I really can't answer that.
Well, that's weird.
Not really.
Okay. Bandana.
So this is a good question because you've paired my 1 and 4. You paired 1 and 4 for me with, and then 2 and 3.
Ah, nice.
And I'm like, okay, I would easily lose Smash if it was pick 1 out of the 4.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, guys.
David's like, I'm getting out of play.
But Zelda, like losing what Zelda means to me. God, but I love those two other.
Yeah, that's why it's so.
I'm gonna go. I'm just to be different. I'll save Mario and Pokemon and say Zelda and Smash can go away.
Okay, so in your timeline, there's Pokemon, but no Zelda.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I almost feel like by
it.
getting rid of Mario, you're also kind of getting rid of Donkey Kong as well.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you're getting rid of like the last 35 years of video games.
Yeah.
We live in a world now where Crash is the dominant mascot.
Yeah, what would happen if we didn't have Mario as the the actual crazy influential game that it was, especially when it became 3D? Like, how would games look, you know?
Would we have games? Would we be living in a dystopian future?
Yeah, that's kind of the thing. Like Mario
Soviet Union might have
revived
won.
right? Yeah, Mario revived an industry. Like it is hard to imagine. Like there might not even be games as we know them.
Yeah, could they all just be computer games? You know, just Command and Conquer. You know.
Yeah. Command and Conquer would be a really good game. Like with Conquer from Rare's Conquer, commanding.
Ha! That would be good.
Well, we got about 2 minutes left. What do you guys like? I mean, my answer was definitely Zelda. I could beat Zelda and I don't know, Miitopia, and I would pick that over all of other Nintendo franchises.
Yeah. Well, we do have months. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I think by the end of the week, the next 3 amiibo are dropping.
I still need to figure out how to pre-order them because I never pre-ordered them. I need to.
Oh, jeez.
They're usually pretty prevalent.
Yeah, I know, but
Terry was a pain in the butt.
I still have PTSD from back in the day when all this started. So I'm like, oh my god, how am I going to get them?
That's how we fell in love, David or Devin.
Well, it is.
Like,
I mean, y'all can't be that much in love. He just called you David. I mean,
well, I told you last week I called him Devon.
Wow, that was good, JB. That was good.
Well, yeah, no, it took him like 6 months to realize that my name is David.
Okay, Devon, time to go to bed.
Get the tables, man. Get the tables.
Yeah. No, but I still need to figure out how to get those. I'm scrambling because.
Wait, so what happened with Terry? Was a nightmare? What did you say?
He was a pain. Like every place I went to, it was pre-sold out. So I got an email the other day from Best Buy. It's like we're going to be processing your order soon. Make sure that you have money on your card. And it was the Byleth and the Banjo. And I'm like, I still need to get Terry. And then today I get an email from Target. It's like your order's been shipped and you've been charged 16 something or other. What did I order that was around that price? I look down and it's the Terry amiibo. I'm like, when did I pre-order this?
Yeah.
Okay,
I
we
mean,
need to have like some interventions, guys, if this is where we're at.
Oh, every place was sold out. I couldn't find it, and I didn't even remember ordering it from Target.
David, you gonna get that banjo? You're gonna?
yeah, I need.
destroy
I
it
actually want to.
proudly?
I want to get all the DLC fighters. I think that some of these are going to be kind of elusive. I don't know. I've never seen Byleth in stores.
Violet's
Well, she's
not
just coming out now.
Oh, well.
That's what comes.
Wait, she's coming out.
It's the
after
male version.
Banjo?
It's the three of them are coming out together.
coming out with banjo, goober.
Huh?
There's a wave drop.
Coming
They're
out-
releasing at the
Wave
same
drop.
time. Yeah.
Okay. That makes sense. That's
And-
that.
Don't y'all? I mean, Monster Hunter comes out this week, and the 3 amiibos with that.
Dude,
God.
that collector's edition, I'm calling it now, man. That's gonna be. I mean, because it comes with amiibos, right?
Comes with
Come-
one amiibo.
I mean,
Big
an
amiibo.
And then
Also
there's
have-
another version you can buy.
Have you guys seen anything?
Don't tell me that. That better not be another version. It better
Which
be
one?
the same one.
Which one?
Oh, okay. I don't
Because
know.
I'm pretty sure you can get whatever the big, I don't remember the name of it, is in the collector's edition box.
Yeah. Have you guys seen?
It's not like the gold Mega Man.
Have you guys seen the 30th anniversary Fire Emblem anywhere? Is that thing already
No.
elusive?
It's,
Oh, that thing
it's
was
already
elusive.
elusive.
That
Yeah.
thing was elusive. That never was. That was
I-
never not elusive.
I saw
It's
that one
around
time.
$75 it's going for now.
Yeah, I saw that one time at a GameStop, and it was sitting on the back table. You know how they always like display things behind the counter. I was like, "Oh, okay, that's here. Can I get that?" And he, "Oh, wait, no, that's mine." And he like hit it.
He
Some-
ate it.
Really.
Jeez.
Like you just tore it in two.
What?
Nobody can have it.
I found it a little funny that he clearly like, "Oh, I didn't mean to leave that out." So
He
was
didn't
holding-
have to be so shifty about it. He could have just been like, "Oh no, it's it's
That's
taken
sold
for."
already.
He just licks
Yeah.
it and says, "You want it still?"
Like maybe the stuff he was gonna do. To it
Devin
was
Wood.
weird.
Devin Wood.
like, yes, like babble. I was trying to get it for you, John. I already knew. You
I
wanted-
know. You
Sorry.
love me.
So anyway,
Anyways,
I
it's
call
8:03. We got to end the
Yeah.
show. So,
Okay.
does anybody have any final comments, thoughts, concerns?
Nope.
Looking forward to talking Monster Hunter next week.
Monster Hunter,
Yes,
let's
and
talk.
playing with all you guys.
Yeah, I can play with you guys actually because it's coming on the Switch. I actually could do it,
Yeah.
but I'm not really good at Monster Hunter, nor did I find it that fun the one time I played. So, you guys will have to like coax me into it. You guys can make
Like
it.
we're trying to coax you into getting a PS5.
Yeah, I'm trying. I literally like this week there was like half an hour where I was disappointed 3 times in a time frame of 3 seconds because
How hard are you trying, Ken?
I
Just be
clicked
honest, man.
a lot of times.
Well,
Wow.
John is a good luck charm here. He's had 3 of these consoles run through his hands. My
That's
PS5 and both of his Xbox.
Yeah, I have two PS5.
And I just randomly find stuff on the ground now.
Yeah.
So.
Wow, man. Do we need to rub your bandana for good luck?
You need
That sounds
to-
like. Are you coming on to me? Hi.
The 9 o'clock version of the show is way different than the 8 o'clock version of the show. So, all right, guys. Well, let's call it. Have a good one, everyone. We'll see you next week. We'll talk some animal or monster hunting or hunter talking. Yeah, that what I
Stuff
said.
and things.
Words are hard. See ya.
Peace.
See ya.
We out.
Hey JP, if you
But
kiss
John-
the